Yeah, we're having internet problems.
Not yet. Just lowering. Not yet.
Internet problems.
Put the cell phones in a magic pentagram situation and hope for the best.
Ooh, I just turned off my cell phone actually.
There we go. We got a guildie watching. Nathan's watching now. So don't say nothing bad about Nathan.
I don't know anything bad about Nathan.
There you go. Are you guys ready? Nasty?
It's like you don't trust us.
Bex? Okay. Okay, here we go, guys. Let's try and get these. Oh, fuck. Fuck. The very thing I said not to do. Don't swear. I just did it. Okay, I accidentally public queued, so everyone accept it. Accept it. My bad. It might be Cruz. Yeah. Oh, you did? I didn't know you were in the chat. Oh, it's Nasty? Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm kind of laggy. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna turn off the internet on my phone. It's a leech.
Did you try pointing your antenna the other way?
I'm just stand on the roof and hold it.
Right.
Yeah.
You need some tin foil on you too. Make sure.
Okay, it booted Nasty, so we gotta re-invite him. Nasty. And you left too, Bex?
Yeah.
Oops. Why are you pointing at the screen? What?
What's your item? Yeah. Yeah, I'm at like 7,800. I was crushed.
Is that Eric that's talking?
No, that's GM's talking right there.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the real Eric, not other Eric.
I guess that would make sense. Yeah. Yeah, no worries, Nathan. There will be people on when you get back. No, he's at work watching stream right now, so he's just commenting in the stream and just replying to me. He just said he'll be on an hour and a half.
Where does he live at?
I don't know where he lives, actually.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter where you live. Your daily life is.
Where does he live? Is it where the cool kids are at?
Oh, I've done third and second and first shift. I understand.
What did Nasty decide to run another Tiamat? in the middle of a stupid queue. We're farming patrols, and he goes, "I'm just gonna run a quick Tiamat." No. No.
Oh
No.
no, he didn't say that. We were talking to him. He's like, I have to run this.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Well, if you guys need Tiamat runs, I can put together 4-minute groups.
What the fuck you say about Tiamat?
Oh, he's Kelly.
Like you guys didn't. I didn't know you needed just like 1 or 2 more runs. I can put together 4-minute Tiamat runs for you guys if you need them.
Oh, I just need it. I think I need like one more. Well, if it drops a
Okay.
favorite, of course.
Did you accept Q?
Yes, I just did.
Okay. Okay. I will queue us. Everybody's ready, yeah? And classy.
Yes.
That was nasty for those people watching, just so you know who's disgusting in here.
I gotta work the way in. That was a nice echo from Max in the background.
Well, that's... I have a feeling that there will be more heroic counters in the stronghold. Oh, yeah.
Why in the world?
Yeah. Yeah, these
Yeah.
should be pretty quick, hopefully.
Help your neighbor.
Oh, did I steal your fire?
No. Maybe you did. Yeah, you did. I thought I got it. I'll go right.
Sounds good. I can at least do that.
Yeah, I was like, you can pray. Pray everybody.
Indeed. No, I just want to go with mates. Oh my god, there's so much stuff up here.
I don't see anybody, barely. There's like one guy.
Where'd they all go?
My favorite.
Okay, I can kill if you guys want to move blocks.
Oh, those items actually sell at the auction house.
Oh,
People
I
want
see stuff going on, but I'm lagging. Try not to run through this here, Cruz. You'll end up getting stuck in the thing.
Oh, I've been there.
So yeah, just back up so that they come through. Oh shit, now I went forward trying to protect you and I got myself stuck. Don't stand up there and fight, Cruz. You won't speed up the run. They just keep coming. It's about moving the barricades. You just have to build the barricades.
Did you finish the one on the left or the right?
Yeah, you just carry the blocks. Or okay, you're gonna fight the enemies, I'll carry blocks then. Only one person needs to hold them off. The rest of the people need to build the barricades. Otherwise, you don't get gold. Usually a DPS will do that because their kill speed is significantly faster.
I'm not on deals, I deal.
That one's done, that one's done. Oh, there's X. Yeah. Did you manage to
Yes.
kill anybody, Cruz? They're all still here. That's funny.
He's just piecing out without us.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Let's go follow this
Top
merchant guy up here, up these to
It
the
switches, but
east. Ooh, my leg, I'm just all over the walls. Yeah, I can't switch stances properly. Oh, I haven't heard that in a while. Oh, that was a good one. That leg is just mental.
alright, right when we completed it.
Yeah. You almost beat me, Nasty. You came close.
Hey. Yeah, but you're lagging, so I can't say anything.
No worries. Although I'm still in combat. Oh, there's one guy here. I couldn't pick the box up, and I'm like, what? There we go.
We received banners.
I beg your pardon?
I think you got. Did you get a banner?
I've
Oh, you got
always
you got
had a
merch.
banner, but I
Oh,
only
sure.
use that in big dungeons. When I'm running buff, when I'm running DPS, I can't. 5 minutes. Okay, you guys ready to... Oh no, he's getting his pizza.
I need to go grab his pizza real quick. He was getting it delivered.
Well, apparently...
And stiff the delivery guy. Or was it a delivery girl?
I had to drop the quality there, Nathan. Is it viewable or is it crap? Yeah, my banner is on me. So is my lost mouse set, but... Okay, good. Yeah, yeah. I'm rubber banded everywhere. Oh, I still have to put all my marks into this tome. It's maxed, but it's not. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. I have to feed marks into my Kessels, because my Kessels and my tome are all the way leveled up, but they don't. Do I have my horn on me? No. Where the fuck is it? Pardon my language. Oh. They're all spread out for some unknown reason. Yeah, I'm just waiting for not James to get back. Oh, okay. So you're good to go? Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm learning. Oh, yeah, I was too. I saw it pop up for a second, but now it's a little better. Glowing blue eyes. I still love the way Jarl's gaze looks. Oh, does it? Yeah. Oh man, it's just hard to control with this rubber banding all over the place.
I can honk out if that would be better.
No, that's not it. It's not got anything to do with you. Okay. No.
Oh.
Why am I not damaging
Wait.
them? This is weird. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you're doing that side backs? Okay.
What?
More like insane.
Yeah, it sounds weird.
I've been like in potato crops lately, but not on my pizza.
That sounds Canadian? No. We're bacon country, man. We're bacon and beer country
Maple
up
syrup,
here.
tater tots, and
Yeah.
pudding.
Oh my god.
All good.
Maybe like
I
maple
mean,
smells bacon.
Oh my goodness. I'm turning around backwards on my screen and everything. I can't do my stance changes, so I'll bleed off about 90% of my damage, which sucks. So. Aha, who died?
I picked you up and somehow didn't die.
The Guardian fighters are really, really good for carrying the materials because they can fray and run really quick. So they're way faster than all the other classes except for Guardian fighters and Scourges. They're awesome. I love my Guardian fighter.
Ugh.
She's just not strong enough. Oh, there's some baddies. Oh, there you go. Yeah, true enough.
It's like,
Want to go kill bears later?
I got it. I could
I can go
probably
kill
help
bears
for a
with you,
little
I don't
bit
care.
after. Oh,
Oh, shots fired.
Really? I killed one once.
uh-oh.
Beat on it for a while. I just died of exhaustion. It's like just done.
I died of exhaustion.
Yeah. Not polar bears, right? Just the regular bears. Yeah, yeah, polar bears that are my nemesis. I don't like them so much.
Oh, gosh. I'm gonna die because this. Come on, Wild's Medicine proc. I don't want to. Yeah, I'm gonna die. I can't dodge. It won't let me dodge. Is he gone? Okay. Okay, I'm on my way. The stupid Revenant is just draining me constantly. There we go.
I got Harley's stinking build that he told me to do in it. I am just a killing machine now.
Yeah.
Life's good.
There you go.
You zip your mouth. You kidding me? I Who's at 2-6? Top of the leaderboard. I didn't see you doing nothing. Yes, correct.
Well,
You
you'll
were
always
piss
beat the
poor.
rogue. You'll always beat the rogue.
Yep.
You'll have no
Okay.
chance. In a
I'm in.
dungeon run, you can't beat a trickster. The only thing the trickster, the only thing your trickster will have a chance at is something like Demogorgon.
Okay.
Oh
I'm in.
gosh. Well, we got another new one that thinks that endgamers don't know what they're talking about. No, I can prove it. No, they're good at dragon flights or dungeons that are pure solo target, but you lose so much damage on the groups.
Oh, I got the merchant.
I've never heard of that one.
What the hell's that?
Oh, that's where these guys came late. They were the ones that were still alive in the courtyard.
Oh, like a decoration?
Like rugs? Oh, fern, like a plant. That's fantastic.
Oh, that would look really nice next to something.
Yeah.
just put it down. It's gonna be wonderful.
Yeah. I'm not getting 10 each. I'm getting a weird number. No, I had 135 and now I have 159. That's a weird number.
Because you opened the chest too, and you got like 4 or 6 or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I said too long.
Yeah. Actually, they might be pushing crit, so I'll power up this time. Yeah, this rubber band stuff sucks. Just when I'm standing still, my character's kind of, moonwalking side to side.
Man, I can't find a heroic in here. Oh boy.
Who? Me?
Oh, shit.
Oh. No, I'm just killing all these guys so you can pick up everything right when you come out. No, I can't demo it with this much lag at all. It relies on stance change constantly, and if I can't stance change, I can't do nothing. Oh, fuck. I don't even know what I got. I think I got wind. I have no idea what the hell's going on.
Oh, everyone's favorite.
I don't... Water water is, it's something you drink. It's a major component of your body structure.
What?
You mean, what does it do?
Really?
I can't remember. I think it's a heal. Pretty sure it's a heal. Oh my gosh, I'm just bouncing.
I don't know. I tried drinking a lot of it earlier. It didn't help.
I don't like water. It's gross.
Probably.
I use my wind to run faster.
That's a good idea. I'm using my lag to be awesome. Oh, it sucks so bad.
Okay, grab the dude.
Oh, is that it?
You got him? I thought I could jump over this. Yeah, I can. Oh, you're still down there? Okay. I can't even see the guy. Oh, there he is. I got him. Yeah. T-Rex will probably kill me. Well, yeah, I would think so. These T-Rexes aren't strong. Because he's not actually a T-Rex, he's just a Tyrannosaur. I know it says Rex, but he's not like the actual Chult ones. This guy just dies. Well, Nasty's out damaging me, probably. Oh, there you go.
You go, boy.
Because if it is actually a T-Rex, all T-Rexes can drop fangs.
Yeah.
So, you know. Oh shit, I got something. Damn it. Jump cast. Jump cast him, damn it.
Just so you can grab wind. I mean, it's okay, right?
Oh, it's good if you don't have a wheel, but I do have a wheel, so I can't, oh, I was pro tank. I just got immovable object. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I got the pants that time.
I think I've only gotten the pants.
Oh, really?
Okay, how many more do you need, Bex?
I think it's just one more. That was great. You need to do your... you need to mark this up.
I ain't doing 9 more. You shitting me?
No, we're not doing 9 more, we're doing 1 more.
Go do your
Chult
weeklies,
is
fool.
fast doing the weeklies.
So then you
It's the little missions that don't. Yeah, the maps. You can get legendary rings and voodoo masks and all sorts of fancy stuff. That's so fast for 25 totems. You guys ready? Okay. Join selected queues.
Oh, other person is gonna watch it.
Two
Two
viewers.
viewers. It's probably one of you guys watching it.
I turned off my phone. It's not too late.
Oh.
I know that. Interesting.
Oh my god. That was crazy. I'm just flying off the map. It's fantastic.
I don't know, you figure it out.
Are you waiting for your tank? What?
Worst control wizard ever.
Sort of. It depends on your class. Yeah, but control wizards don't. That's not part of that multiplier. Oh man. I was clicking my buttons and to no avail. Wouldn't do nothing. Oh, there's... Oh.
Holy shit. Oh, I died instantly.
Yeah, I got smoked too. But I'm back. My flurry isn't working with lag like this. It's weird.
Oh, my leg's finally done.
Is it? There you go. Oh, and mine didn't
might
stop.
have. Sorry.
Mine's still good in there. Oh.
I was having some rough spots there.
Surprise!
It's just a little surprise.
Surprise, I'm right in front of you. It just startles you. The raptor can talk. I am surprised. Uh-huh. We need to write a grind joke book because our jokes suck in this guild. We're the worst joke tellers ever.
I'm the best.
The deeds guys are stealing my saying about the cheese sandwich build DCs from today. Sorry about the thread spam on that. I just thought it was good. Trying to encourage some of our less active people to come on now that we're in the new alliance. Be social and such.
Oh, excuse me, sorry.
Okay. There you go.
Jesus.
Is that really what it is? Oh, I was like, what?
I was gonna say, holy shit. That's... Say, you got that many already? That's impressive.
Yeah.
Well, see, that wouldn't be surprising, I guess.
There is a lot of the things in here. The walker is still up here because there's one guy down. There's two little guys down here.
Can't. Come on, I need one little
Oh,
guy
man.
for rook.
He's still
We'll do it
scared
by
down
ourselves.
here. Yeah, oh my gosh. I'm just everywhere. I'm not complaining about that. I'm complaining about the fact that none of my stuff... Like, you know when my screen's usually full of numbers? I'm getting like one or two popping at a time. Where the hell is everybody in our group? I'm the only one next to the siege guy. Now I'm dead. Oh,
Got you,
thanks,
fam.
Bex. I'm gonna die again.
Yeah, our tank kind of died, so I tried to.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me tell you, that didn't happen. Or this.
They're the worst. That frickin' charming that they do. I just hate that. Yep.
I don't think we getting gold on this one.
As long as you don't throw a wind at me, we'll be fine.
I don't even have my wheels. I don't even. They're still on cooldown.
Oh, I think it lagged me into wind anyway. Oh, I still see fire sitting on the ground, so...
There's a rider over here. Yeah, he was hiding. He was with the group.
Silver. That's embarrassing. Oh well. Get 6 totems instead of 10. Yeah. Yeah, I had mine already, so we should be good. So everyone got 36 instead of 40. Did you finish yours, Nasty? Did you do your weeklies and your patrols?
No, well, no, my haul, I still have, 111 out of 150, but I ain't worried about it.
Did you do your King of Spines hunt? Did you do any of your weeklies?
Yeah, we'll do.
Oh, okay. Huh, I wonder why you're so short. Because each time you go up in the advancement tree, it adds 24 that you can get every week, but it adds another weekly that's worth 25. So it ends up being, like after you finish your weeklies and patrols every week, you'll always still have the same amount that you would normally have to do regular quests for. Does that make sense?
Oh, I might have not did the other weekly.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. You might have missed a weekly or something like that. Because, yeah, that's how that works. So you'll, even as you go up in advancement, you still have to do the same number of regular quests every week. And this is so much better than doing those regular quests. But do the patrols. There's salvage in those. Lots.
Yeah.
Yeah, take care, buddy.
Sounds good.
I can't believe how laggy this is. It's kind of weird. My computer's probably using the internet. I know it is. That can't help anything.
There are absolutely no Lacedons in this entire area.
Okay. I think it's time to go to DC life now. Yeah, it was doing that the whole time. I would try and drop plant growth, and I'd throw it in a freaking tree. It was crazy.
Also, you're cheating.
Yeah, yeah, because it's really helpful. Glitchmaster 3000.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I got a friend. Yeah, it's highly unpleasant. I'll put it like that. There will be no PvP on this tonight. Um, man, oh man, it takes forever to level that gear now. Yeah, my belt is only 46. I've been dumping stuff in it all day.
I wish I could level up gear. Point.
Well, the gear doesn't give you much. Gear your companion first. Once you hit level 70, make sure to do a few illusionist gambits every day. Because you absolutely need that gear, except for ring slots. But the
I
next
got a
in the
+4
race,
today from that.
yeah, yeah, that's what you want. Granted, you're a HR,
But
correct? What
it wasn't a good one. It was defense and deflect.
what class are you?
So not for my character good, but I did get one.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yep.
Yeah, some people prefer the fierce gear. I like the heroic gear because armor pen is
Yeah,
monster.
no, when we went through the other day and I bought those, no, the what I have now is better, so.
Yeah.
And it's only +3. I mean, it's not like it's a whole lot less, so.
It is a lot less because of the
But
slots.
not for the right stats, so I mean.
Yeah, it's got good stats, but it's the slot. That second enchantment slot is massive. That's
Well,
800
what do
of
you
a
think?
stat.
Would I put the purple on or would I keep the other one on?
I don't know what purple you got.
Defense deflection versus
Um,
uh, critical and
Power probably.
I'd have to look. Critical and power, I think. Yeah.
well,
That's
if
what
you're
I got.
running Assassin's Covenant, which I know you are, because I gave you that mount the other day, defense and deflect will be converted into power. It's not ideal, but you have to remember that whenever you throw a rank 13 into one of those enchantment slots, each slot is
Mm-hmm.
worth 850 of whatever stat you want. So having two of those slots is worth 1700. So if it was crit or power or whatever you wanted, if you have a little more resources, you can use brutals in there, which is power and crit. Um, so you
Okay.
know they add up. Like for instance, just one one brutal 11 is 360 power and 360 crit. So when you multiply that by 6, you're pushing a lot of stuff. Then your bondings will double it. You don't have bondings, never mind. You have an augment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, you'll get 360 power, 360 crit at rank 11, which is super cheap to do for brutals. And you multiply that by 6, and that's a lot. That's a lot. Ideally, you
Okay.
want,
Well,
but
that's what I
that,
was
but
kind of
just wait, just wait,
wondering. I was
just
like,
wait, just wait, just wait. Those slots in that ring, are they offense or defense slots? If they're defense slots, no, it's not good.
no, they're both defense, I
Yeah,
believe.
so don't do that. If they're both offense slots, it's worth it.
Okay. Yeah, they're both defense, and that's why I didn't think they were. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, I got you. I knew where you were coming from when we discussed it the first time, but
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of with the two defensive slots versus the one offensive, and then not having what I wanted anyway, I didn't think it was worth it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good. I'll sell it.
You can't. Um, but you can salvage it and get some AD out of it, or donate it to the guild for surplus equipment, get some guild marks out of it. It's up to you, whatever you need.
Mm-hmm. I became a VIP today because
Free key every day, it'll pay for itself in a month easily.
I know.
Buying rank 1 is fine. I like to grind out the other ones, but rank 1 is a good way to start off.
Yeah. Plus, I kind of wanted to re-spec again, but now I don't. Because I'm liking it more and more the way I go. I just think I might have to switch one or two things, but I'll just wait until It's not even so much my actual
Respec
anything. It's
again?
my powers that I wanted to switch.
Did
And I
you
got a free.
Did you respec once already?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What did
Yeah,
you
I'm a full
respec to?
trapper.
Oh, you're Pathfinder Trapper or Stormwarden Trapper?
So, yep.
Are you
And
a
I
Pathfinder?
like it. I destroy things, but
Yeah.
I am so squishy.
Are you a Pathfinder Trapper or a Stormwarden Trapper?
Yes.
No, this is a either or question, not a
Yep,
yes or
I'm a
no. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, you're breaking up too. Pathfinder
Trapper. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah, they do a lot of damage. They do. They also have a false damage modifier, which that's what I call it. That's not what it's called. When
The
you're
one that
using,
puts the buffs on the other people's stuff that isn't yours.
sort of not.
Well, that's what I called it anyway. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. It's Hunter's teamwork. It just adds more numbers to the damage board than the amount of damage that's actually being done. Um, so it'll push you up on the damage boards. But even when you remove that, trappers do a lot of damage. They really do. I'm preferential to the Stormwarden
I'm
lines.
liking it so far, but I'm having a hard time going further than I should be.
How do you mean further than you should be?
Oh, I've been trying to finish up my campaigns and whatever, and once
Oh
in a while I
yeah,
go pick one
hunters.
that's not,
Hunters
and
have a
I'm just
lot.
squishy and I die.
Yeah, hunters can't go into zones when they're on level unless they're combat. Trappers can't keep the enemies away. They can't heal themselves enough.
Right.
Because like in the combat line, you have a lot of stuff that keeps you alive. You get 5% more lifesteal. Your damage resistance penalties go down. Deflecting gives you lucky blades. That's damage. And then, oh, that's piercing. Deflecting attacks. Wild's medicine is insane. When you deflect an attack, you get healed for 5% of your health, and it can stack 10 times, so that's 50% of your health. And then melee attacks grant you more and more deflection, so you end up getting stacks up to 5 times, so an extra 15% deflect, and there's just a whole that combats have.
I think I want Thorns back. As much as I thought it was just a regular, normal crap thing.
No, thorns. Which thorns? There's multiple thorns.
The original one, the one in the very second row, I believe.
Do you mean Thorn Ward?
Yes.
Oh, no. No, you don't.
I dropped it, thinking I like this build, but it does placate a lot of them. I mean, it keeps them away from you for half a second and always does damage.
Well,
or maybe that's just where I am in my level right now. I don't know.
Well, Thorn Ward doesn't have any status effect on enemies. So it doesn't stun them or hold them away or anything like that.
Nope.
No.
but it gives them damage where they're not running at you. It
Uh,
feels like.
yeah, that might be just something you feel like is happening, but it doesn't do that. Thornward is the same as an at-will. It doesn't do anything. Um,
Oh,
Thornward, the only thing that Thornward does is it reduces, like it does a tiny defense debuff on the enemy. But it doesn't slow them down or anything like that.
but as melee, it gives you regen.
Uh, Regen heals you.
Yeah.
As melee, no. Thorn Strike, it just um, it just hits multiple targets, but each target
What's
that
the
you
one
hit
where
reduces.
the thorns go up in the air? Like
Up.
it looks like a twisty vine, like Jack and the Beanstalk crap.
Oh,
Which one is that?
you're talking about Constricting Arrow and Steel Breeze. That gives
Oh,
you
okay.
stamina, and it causes Grasping Roots. Yeah, that's a stun. And Steel Breeze is a stamina feed. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, using Thornward and Thorn Strike won't do much.
Okay.
Steel Breeze and
I
Constricting Arrow is the one you're talking about.
Yep. Okay. I'm sorry, I had the wrong one, but
Yeah.
yeah, I like that one. I haven't used that on this new build yet. Because once in a while, if I have a big mob and I
Well,
don't kill them all in one shot,
mm-hmm.
that regen would come in handy.
Yeah, it's not regen though. So if you're
Or
talking to other people
not
and you call
regen.
it
Sorry.
regen, you'll confuse them.
Yep.
Regen
Okay.
Regen is a stat that turns off in combat.
Yep.
So all regen does, is it will give you, like if somebody heals you, it'll heal for a little bit more.
Mhm.
And when you're out of combat, it'll heal you when you're out of combat.
Yep.
Um,
Yep. That's not what I meant. I guess
yeah,
I don't know the word for it, but yep.
yeah, yeah. It's you're talking about stamina,
Yep.
stamina gain. That's your dodge.
Yep. And that one helps quite a bit
Mm-hmm.
actually.
Yeah.
I don't
Um,
know.
uh,
I'll play around with it for a little bit, but
yeah, it's good. It's good. It is a good skill if you've got, as long as you've got what's it called? Um, Thorned roots
right. They
and
go well
ancient
together.
roots applied.
Yep. And that's what my old build was. And this one is not, but it just annihilates everybody immediately. So I guess
Yeah,
I don't
I
know which way
thought
to
your
go with
old
that.
one was archery.
It was, but I played it the other way, remember?
Um,
I was playing it wrong,
okay.
and that's what I was doing, but
Yeah,
yes.
because in the archery line, like if you go to the end of archery, let's say, you can only end up
Hmm.
capping 3 other skills. Whenever you cap one line, you can only pick 3 from another line. Um,
Yeah.
so generally, most people, when they go down the trapper line for max damage, you're wanting you'll max out the trapper paragon, but then you'll go up the combat paragon to skirmisher's gambit,
Hmm.
because that is a massive damage boost. Massive damage
Yeah,
boost.
and that's what I didn't know, so.
Yeah. No, no, it's still going.
Oh, you actually did. You cleared up just the last couple minutes.
Uh-huh. Hmm. I'm not doing nothing. Yeah. Yeah, I was looking in my skills. Just collecting the stronghold structures. Not very exciting. Not very exciting stream bait.
to meet David tomorrow. He'll be on.
That's when you. Oh, is that the fella that you invited today? I saw you brought
Yep.
somebody new. That's
Yep.
exciting.
We did our influence runs, and he's a good guy. So
Oh, he's one of your real life friends, or?
yeah,
Ah, cool.
he well, he is from Wisconsin though, but I guess
So are all these guys.
I know. That's why I said I didn't want to invite him.
Yeah. Now we got some diversity.
He's
Go ahead.
doing trickster rogue right now. Is his first.
Yeah. Yeah. They're fun to
He
play.
likes it so far.
Yeah, they're fun to play. The problem comes not at the beginning. The problem with them comes when you start getting to areas like Fangbreaker Island and stuff. They, when you start getting to those harder dungeons or Castle Never, things like that, ones with a lot of mobs, a lot of strong mobs, you have to carry the hunter. There are some really good ones. Like there are some guys who are just boss. They have 2 loadouts. When they're working their way to the boss, they have these crazy AoE loadouts that are decent. They're weird, they're hard to play, they're very bursty, but they're capable. Not good, but capable. But then when they get to the boss fight, they switch to their solo target loadout, and that solo target loadout is great. The problem is there's never more than 2 or 3 boss fights depending on the dungeon. So in a 40-minute dungeon, 10 minutes of them is solo target. So you have to carry the trickster through the rest. So a lot of people won't take tricksters into dungeons. You'll see that all over Facebook forums and stuff. Tricksters complaining that no one will take them into dungeons. They're kind of like a Helidon. Very good for very specific things, but people don't want them in their groups, unfortunately. Because
we
of
did
the
our
fact.
influence runs really easy today, so that was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the only other person I've ever done it was with Wiki, and then I was like, okay, well, it seems pretty quick.
Yeah. I'll have to show you one time. My hunter, I can just stand in the middle and not do anything, and they'll kill themselves. So I can do. I can clear a heroic standing still, the tier 1s. But because I reflect 50% of the damage they do to me back to them, so they just kill themselves. I don't know of another way to say it, but it's fun.
Well, that's awesome.
I love it. Well, it's not a special.
Do that.
It's not a special piece of gear. It's just in Storm King's Thunder store. It's actually a lot of people have forgotten about it, and I don't know why. But it's the Everfrost set, the shirt and pants. If your deflect is higher than your lifesteal, whenever you perform a deflect, each successive deflection over the next 10 seconds returns 50% of the incoming damage back to the attacker. So, you know, it's nice. I use it in PvP for Guardian fighters that'll boar charge me, and then they'll try and beat me while I'm down on the ground, and they'll end up hurting themselves pretty darn bad. And I have more hit points than most of them. So
got to be a Everfrost part of it.
It's the greater ones. The shirt and pants? They'd be character bound. Yeah, they are.
Did I miss the Sandy pants? Are they done?
They should be done. I'll look after this. I'm just trying to.
I haven't. I gotta switch this part quick. I'm gonna go back to.
Really?
Oh, okay. I missed yesterday completely. That was a new. Yes.
Oh God.
Hey.
Here, let's take.
Give us a break.
I'm sorry that the safety doesn't know how to do their job, right?
I'm sorry that we're just really good at the very end of the game. Weird. I know, but it never goes our way that way. We've lost on those plays so many times.
There's 14 hours left of the mysterious.
Like I kept watching. I was like, "What the fuck What was that safety doing?
I know. But we
Which
were
game? The
ahead
Minnesota
17
game?
to nothing.
Yeah, right.
And then we just kind of like, I don't know. We're just going to try not that hard for a while. Until the end. And then we're like, oh, yeah, we got to win.
Call you the Patriots.
That
I
steel
know.
battle
And
axe
I
display decks looks weak.
thought of that too. It was like, ugh.
Did you see it?
I can't even believe that last year.
I
can't.
said that steel battle axe display looks weak. I'm gonna put a fern there. Oh, that's way better. I like that.
Did you plant the fern?
Yeah, I planted mine. Looks
Did it
great.
make it look wonderful?
It is great.
Looks
I
great.
love it. It's this huge fern. I love it. Go look. Be a guildie. Take an interest in your guild hall.
It's like 20 feet tall right in front of...
No, it's not 20 feet
pillar.
tall, but if my character is 6 feet, it would be 12 feet high. It's twice as high as my character.
Nasty had enough.
Okay, so that's done.
They both dropped.
Oh, did they?
Nothing even survives. If I don't
Pardon me. Do I have to invoke? Yeah, I do, but I don't want to. No, there isn't a daily cap, but there is a cap on how many you can have. And that's in your riches thing. I can't remember what it is. Most of the riches or categories have a cap. Maximum Fairies is 18,000. Yeah. Yeah. Vex had a nap and she just woke up an internet hack master. That's how that works. Yeah, they're troublemakers. Okay, what am I trying to do here? Oh yeah. Is there another campaign I should do? Or is it DC time for the rest of the week? I should do Storm King's Thunder, but I can't be asked. Oh, I only need 8 more matches, Bex. See? I got all of mine done except for win 100 matches, 92 of 100.
Interesting.
Boon!
It was like, you can't be in the party. Someone's internet's not good.
Nope, I was hosting the chat. Yep.
Terrible. Terrible.
Sons of bitches.
Yeah, facts. It is you, Eric. You are still the host. It shows a little red bar next to your name for whoever the host is.
Yep. No, I did because what's her name? Wiki jumped out, and then I just brought Dave in, so then I brought him into this chat.
That's a pretty good one. I like that one.
What? Grindapalooza's not good enough for you? Yes.
Oh man, but that's a He-Man throwback reference. That's
I
solid.
know.
That's solid. I'm impressed.
Fine. You can take it over. I don't care.
you could just have
Yep.
a party then.
We'll all
No.
drop out. You can make your own.
Oh, now you hurt his feelings.
I
Yep.
some surprising last night.
Oh.
You've been trying, but my feelings don't get hurt. so we're good.
Yeah. 436. Man, I am
I'm gonna
getting
die.
back stuff so slow.
Actually, I don't even care if I die. Go ahead,
They're
die.
like kind of epic.
They can be tough. You play roles in it. Actually, like you need a hero, you need a tank.
Oh my goodness.
You need
It
to go
is
be
not
DPS.
selling.
Okay, so I opened up my random dungeon and my skirmish.
Go on.
And so, is random epic dungeon my next one I'm gonna go for?
Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Bought my influence today. I was very fast, and this is too late.
I can't hear you at all. Oh, it's... Oh. Yeah, it's super quiet on mine. You will. But as long as you're in... Oh, pugging as a DPS is not fast. Just hit up guildies. They'll do it anyway. And if they don't, they'll get in shit.
Yeah, it takes.
But the thing is that just be aware that that you're gonna need more loadouts and you're gonna have to spend more AD to make that character competitive in the mid-level. Hunters are kind of strange as well. They're crit severity classes. Crit severity classes are either amazing or they're trash. Tricksters are really, really good in PvP. They're really, really good in PvP. It's sort of like the Heal It and Curse. They have the same thing. They're really, really good in PvP. And while they do have a very specific skill set that works really well in very specific circumstances, those circumstances don't present themselves often enough to make it a common class.
Dang it.
She's not going to sleep. She's gonna watch Bob's Burgers.
Like
Yeah.
10 hours.
See you later.
Corey, you don't have to do Lonelywood, right? I think this is the one you bought out. I think.
What do you mean? What do you mean you don't have to do Lonelywood? It has an amazing weekly in it. Oh, okay, I understand. Oh, okay.
Well, did you already do it? I'm on Lonelywood and whatever, or I'm on those two now. Icewind Pass. Yeah, I'm like on all those now. I'm doing Lonelywood first. I just did this one. I didn't start it. But when you hop into my group, I'm inviting you to a team mod group. Because I need one more.
That's funny.
No.
For your trickster? Yeah, you have
Yes,
to.
sir.
Otherwise, they're just not viable. There's so many people that try and struggle bus it, where there's so many people that have such a desire to prove endgamers wrong, as though there's something I'm gonna find that you didn't find. When we built those classes, all of us spent hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars testing different things with retraining tokens and gear and everything. There's just certain things that the classes can't do, and there's certain things that each class does very, very well. For tricksters, they can't do both. They cannot do AoE and single target at the same time. They just can't. So, yes, if you have an AoE loadout, you need to build a single target loadout as well. And each time you get to a boss fight, you have to change gear, change companions, and change your loadout. So it's tedious. It's annoying. Because the worst thing that could happen to a trickster is you get into a run, and then they don't even want to take you, and then the tank out damages you, which happens a lot to tricksters. A lot. And because they don't switch their loadout, they'll run AoE all the time to the boss and then run AoE on the boss, which doesn't work. Or they'll run single target all the way through the dungeon, which means they kill one mob at a time, which doesn't work either. So they'll get to a boss and the tank will have outdamaged them, and well, you know that guy's not getting into another run once that rumor spreads. So you wanna make sure that your class is built right. And to do a trickster, you have to have an AoE and a single target one, unless you're super powerful, like Guildhall 20 boon. All
Totally.
20 boons, rank 14 enchantments all throughout, weapon enchantments that are at least transcendent. Then you can kind of not worry about it, and you can still use AoE on a boss fight as well. But you have to be really strong to be able to do that. So it's a little ways off for you. But even then, that's not what you're supposed to do. Yeah. So that's trickster life. That said, I'm not saying they don't do damage. I'm saying they're hard to get into runs. They can do amazing damage if you have the two loadouts and each loadout is geared properly. But that's what makes it expensive, is that you have to buy the two separate sets of companions, two sets of gear you have to build, which requires you to build two sets of enchantments. It gets expensive. But they're definitely viable. The trickster is a skill class. It's like, I don't recommend people build a trickster first. I have a trickster as well. A lot of people start on a trickster and they get really, really discouraged, and it turns them off of the game. Um, I wouldn't say to delete it, keep it. But while you're learning the game, yeah, when you're learning the dungeons and stuff, and it's not because of the class, it's because of the stigma around the class that people believe there's so many. What's that? Oh, okay, can you hear me now? Okay.
I think he
With
was fine.
tricksters, there was just so many of them that are built bad because they have to build a very specific way. There isn't a whole lot of flexibility in them. All the crit severity classes are like that. Um, there was so many built poorly that they got a very bad reputation. So what happens is the good tricksters kind of got caught in that stigma, and it's hard to be a good mid-game trickster. So what happens is, if you are one, you have to be better than average for people to trust you. Does that make sense? To want to pull you into a dungeon. So with those, it's good to know the mechanics of the dungeon before you go into it. So it's nice to run something like a Guardian fighter or a Great Weapon fighter or a DC, learn the dungeon, then you know, okay, I'm going to need this on my Trickster for this dungeon, because there's nothing worse than being caught in the middle of a dungeon than asking somebody to drop a mailbox while you're screwing around on the auction house in the middle of a dungeon, and everybody's like, come on, bro, let's get this done. And then boss wipes. Yeah,
I don't know
no.
who does that.
Mm. Oh, do you do that? I wasn't even making fun of you. I that's just actually something that happens a lot. Oh yeah. Okay.
I
Yeah.
love the auction house.
Okay. I mailed all that. It's DC
I'm on it right now.
Lifetime. I'm excited. Back to my main.
Do you want to kill? How are we going up here?
Where where you're at right now, well, what zones are you usually running in? I should explain how Armor Pen works. Armor Pen is the biggest damage boost in the game.
You don't have this one?
However,
You didn't grab the weekly? Oh my god.
have you guys been married long? Kind of sounds like it. Squabbling. The
I'm gonna head out. It's late,
yeah, it is kind of late.
so
No, you're gonna have to go back and see if it's there.
I'll be back on tomorrow. Later, guys.
Bye!
Yeah, take care. Yeah, to answer your other question, if I was you, play your Trickster. Do it. Have fun with it. But I don't recommend it for a first class. A lot of people get discouraged and frustrated with the game when they do that, because the Trickster requires you to know how power stacking works, where the buffs are coming from, the ranges of buffs from DCs and stuff. It relies on that a lot more than other classes, because you'll end up not stacking any power on yourself. So you rely on other people to feed you the power, and then you crit that power, and that's where Tricksters shine. When they get buffed, they do crazy stuff. But if you don't know where you have to stand or what timing to have to catch those buffs from the DC, you won't. Sure, you're critting, but you're critting, like, critting 0 is still 0. So it's kind of, that's, but so you rely on other people to feed you power, and your crit severity will be over 100%. This is important. A lot of people don't know this. I should tell you this so that if I'm not around to answer one of your questions, you kind of have a guideline to work on. People say often, they'll ask me, do I want to go into power, or do I want to stack crit, stack crit, stack crit? And I'm like, there's all these people on Reddit and stuff giving all this complex information. It's actually super simple. 400 power equals a 1% damage increase. It's flat, it's stable, it's consistent. The core stats do not have diminishing returns. When people tell you they are, they're not actually doing the math. They read that somewhere. So things like power, crit, stuff like that, those don't have diminishing returns. Diminishing returns exist in areas like crit severity, action point gain, things like that. And the diminishing returns and action point gain is minuscule. That's flawed. We've tested it. I've pushed it up to just about 200% action point gain. It still keeps going. But anyway, the way you determine whether you should be putting crit on your character or power is if your crit severity, I like to use the number 102% just to make sure, because there's certain other variables that bounce up and down when you're in crit, that don't bounce when you're a power build. So if your crit severity is 102% or higher, everything you have should go into crit, because 400 crit will equal more damage than 400 power. If you're under 102% crit severity, 100 is the number that mathematically it should be, but your boons will bounce up and down. So 102%. If you're under 102% crit severity, stack power. It'll give you more damage. And I'm not talking a little bit. I'm talking like a 40% damage increase. But if you're over that 102%, go crit. It'll give you astronomically more. It's not small amounts when you're dealing with crit. So that's what I was that's the easy thing. If you're over on a trickster, are you a half orc? What? A halfling. Okay. Yeah, to push your crit severity up, you'll need to use, until you can get some boons and stuff on you, you're gonna have to get like an Aaron use a Balial companion. Can be a mage, this is probably out of your price range. Buy some potions off the market, like pumpkin soup and I can't believe I'm having a brain fart right now. Pumpkin soup and shit, what is the other one? There's 2 crit severity foods. They're event foods. You get them off the trade house. They're cheap. But that's basically what you want to do. Oh my god. I'm missing a rank 13 enchantment.
Before, you know how many people I have in my group? 1. Just gonna let you know. Let you know that.
I gotta bounce back in.
It's me and another guy.
Yes. I think the Jagged Dancing Blade might as well, as an active bonus. You need to look for active bonuses on them. Yeah. The most effective way to get crit severity is with a Vorpal, a weapon enchantment. They're pretty pricey though, but so are companions when you start leveling them up. Taking a companion from green to blue is, I think, 250,000 AD. Blue to purple is 500,000, and purple to legendary is 1,000,000. So when you start looking at that, the Vorpal doesn't seem so expensive anymore. But people look at it, oh, I got this companion for 6,000 AD at green. I'm like, yeah, but you can't really use it at green. So that companion's really going to cost you 750k to get it to purple, which is where it needs to be. So really, there are, here, I'll just look for you. There are cheap Vorpals out there. It's just under the trade house, under refinement. Don't try and build one, because the coalescent wards cost more. Until you've got a stockpile of them from invoking every day, then then you can build one cost affordably. But don't try and build a Vorpal from shards. Don't try and build anything from shards. It's a bad idea. So you said you're at 75% crit severity? Yeah. So the minimum Vorpal you'd want is a moderate. You're looking at 600,000 AD. Crit severity, I guess I should explain. The crit classes, tricksters and hunters, rely on crit to do their damage, right? So when you're doing that, it gets expensive because crit severity is by far the most expensive stat in the game. It's very expensive. That's why I always say that those 2 classes are so expensive to build. It's because of that exact thing. It's just that crit severity costs a lot of money. Nasty built a new hunter and he's working with it now, but yeah, I'm sure that you've kind of, at the beginning it's easy because everything's cheap, but once you've bought all the cheap things, now you're left with the important stuff that is not. And is that where you're at now, Nasty? Are you in the companion buying and the mountain signia buying phase?
Oh god, I didn't even want to look. I'm
What,
still
Bex?
on that.
To your comments.
Yeah,
fan.
that was a long time ago.
He was talking to Bex.
Yeah, Bex was talking to me about comments that I had already answered. Um, but yeah, when you start buying your mount insignias for a trickster, a hunter, they're 700,000 AD each, and you need 15.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
insane.
believe me, I know.
It's insane. And then, but if you're building something like a great weapon fighter or something, or a control wizard, something that's more forgivable in class flexibility, they're like 30k or less. So it's a disgusting discrepancy. It's crazy. Uh, mhm. Yeah, that's what I would do personally. Yeah, that's exactly. The DC is king for dungeons because of the fact that you can't run a dungeon without one from the queue system, and there's a shortage of them. So it's really, really, really easy to get into runs with them. Um, that said, yeah, just get it to 70. As long as you run it well, people don't care if you're really good at it. They just care that you know what you're doing and you keep them alive and buff them. But, like, as long as your minimum item level on a DC and you're throwing out AA and power sharing and healing, they'll take you. If you're not doing that, you're running in there like a DPS, you might get some words that are often used to describe very bad things get thrown your way. So, yeah, but I'll help you with that if you want to do that. And Bex understands it. Zach understands it. All those people can help you with that. Okay. Not
No.
yet. No. You're getting there, but you're too new. You're too new to the class. I don't think I've even shown you the rotations timing. I don't think I've done that with you yet. Yeah. No, it's about the timings, like when to start dropping stuff and everything is where the difficulty comes. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, my DC is ready.
Did everyone listen to me?
I didn't hear you.
Oh no, I was talking to team.
Okay.
Best thing in the game.
Okay, I'm gonna form a King of Spines. Yeah, I have to do 3 characters on my Chult tonight. That's why I'm usually in a hurry when I'm like, go, 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 go. Because my Hunter's nice, because I usually solo her because I can do all my weeklies in 11 minutes. Wasn't that you with me the other day when I did that? In the party?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was, yeah.
Yeah, it was 11 and a half minutes from beginning to end on my Hunter solo to do all my weeklies and everything in Chult. My DC and my Guardian Fighter, that is not the case. For which, what level is your DC? Okay. Well, when you're leveling a DC, your first loadout, you're going to have 2 loadouts on a DC, always. A DO and an AC, a Divine Oracle and an Anointed Champion. The Anointed Champion is a haster, healer kind of thing. When you get over 42,000 power, it can become a bigger power share than the DO. But until you hit that point, the DO is the damage dealer and big buffer. So when you're leveling it, you want to be a DO, Divine Oracle, and you want to go down the Righteous path. Because that's the damage dealing, damage buffing path. The way our guild does our ACs and I can't tell you all the details on the stream. It's the Grynd Guild secret build, right? So, but our ACs always go on the virtuous path, and our DOs always go down the righteous path. And the reason for that is a lot of people like to have two righteouses, and they're like, I'm super buffing, I'm super buffing. You're not. You're canceling out your big damage buff. The righteous line has something in it that makes them super, super powerful. And that is barrier sins and condemning gaze. And it gives that whatever you're hitting takes 25% more damage from all sources. It's a massive buff, but that buff does not stack. So if you have two righteous DCs, only one of them is applying it, so the other one's not really doing much of anything. So you can have your other DC in the virtuous paragon pushing out action points, which is, if people fire their powers 15% faster, that's a 15% damage boost. So that's why we use two separate ones. And the way our guild does it is the ACs are the virtuous paragon and the DOs run the righteous paragon. Guardian fighters? Guardian fighter tank. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. To make it simple, though, when you're leveling, you want it to be a Divine Oracle, Righteous Paragon. If you already picked an AC Paragon, Anointed Champion Paragon, go down Virtuous. As far as there's somebody in the chat just asked about Guardian Fighters. Guardian Fighters, it depends if you're tanking, DPS, buff tanking, buff DPSing. There's like multiple things that you do with Guardian Fighters. Primarily, most people, if they're tanking lower mid-level dungeons, basically up to Castle Never, you can tank them as a Sword Master. You just need to use the daily that makes you invincible, and have a hasting AC with you. Because if you have a hasting AC with you, you'll be able to keep that daily invincibility thing up 100% of the time. If you're with a power share DC or a DPS DC, you're gonna die. That's basically it. It's sort of like a fakey tank. But as a buff Guardian Fighter, Sword Master in all of them. But if you're trying to endgame tank with a Guardian Fighter, you're probably going to have to go as an Iron Vanguard. There are some over-leveled dudes that I've seen do it with as a Sword Master, but for the most part, if you got no heals, no buffs, no hasting, they can't just walk in there and tank like a Pally can. But as a buffer, they're great. Pally's amazing. Best in slot tanks. Yeah, Pallies, a lot of people don't realize why they're so good. They're like, Guardian Fighter does Frey, Guardian Fighter does Commander Strike, and they are amazing. But what a Pally does is it has a 25% power share 100% of the time. That's big. And if that Pally's stacking power, it can share. There are some Pally tanks that I know of that can actually share more than an AC. It's crazy, the damage boost they throw to the group. And then they also have a skill called Aura of Radiance, which, however, let's say you're a DPS and you're in a group with a Pally, and that Pally is running Aura of Radiance. A certain percentage of your hit points will be added to all of your attacks as damage. So it's a massive damage buff, and Pallies don't need buffs. They can survive on their own. They can solo endgame dungeons and everything. They're absolute monsters. Oh, sorry, Aura of Courage, not Aura of Radiance, my bad. So, but Guardian Fighters can run as a DPS, whereas Pallies can't. So, a Guardian Fighter can run multi-roles, plus leveling a Guardian Fighter and finishing your campaigns as a Guardian Fighter is a pleasure. Doing it as a Pally, not so much. Slow going. But a Guardian Fighter can go through campaigns like a DPS can. They can do a lot of damage, some of the highest DPSs in the game. Like there's a fella named Whoopsie in Look Good Play Good. There's a fella named Cap in Dirty Deeds. Their Guardian fighters just smash things. Like just it's just ridiculous. They can like 5 or 6 shot the Dragon Turtle in FBI. Cap's a good guy. He's a good dude. I like him. No, that was I don't think that was Cap. It could have been. It could have been Charles too. His pally in PvP is a sight to behold. He outkills my hunter. Oh, that would be Cap then, yeah. Yeah, he's good with that thing. Yeah, Sir Charles, his pally often doubles my kills in PvP over my hunter.
What do you have to do here? Or is there nothing to do?
Okay, so I said I was forming group, but I didn't see anybody doing it. See, like, if you look at the Alliance chat, you're going to see most of their quests you see are for DC and DOs. And they'll say it's a 16k group, but they don't have an item level restriction on the DC. That's because they don't care, they just need one. And that's pretty universal in the game. So if you want to use a DC as an alt, plus your DC can farm your Somi weapons for you very easily. There's a long drawn out explanation for that, but more or less, if you don't have your Sea of Moving Ice weapons, you won't do enough damage to get into the Master Svardborg groups. Those Master Svardborg groups is the groups that you need to... That's okay. The Master Svardborg groups are where you get the marks to level up the Somi weapons, so it's sort of like a vicious circle. And so if you have a DC, though, you can get into those groups easy as pie. So it's the fastest way to level up Somi weapons. A lot of people actually just create a DC just to do that. DCs, yes, they're worth making. They're the best dungeon farming class. If you have a DC and you queue, you'll wait 5-10 seconds. If you're a DPS, there are times, like if you're queuing a specific dungeon, you can wait up to 2 hours. Random queues have helped with that, but again, it's still, it's a class limitation. There's 80 billion DCs in the NeverWinter world, and there's like, there's 80 million DPSs in the Neverwinter world, and like 5 DCs it feels like. So the DCs are always busy. You're running dungeons. You'll run out of keys on your DC all the time. On your DPS you won't. But I love DC, that's what I mean. But it's not for everybody. So you're a drug dealer now, just using code words for it. That's pretty good. Oh, that's another new slang I haven't heard before.
So did that other guy not give you a weekly, really?
Are you gilded, Zora? Are you in a guild? No, I'm not recruiting. I'm just curious because there are, like, as you know, I know leaders in a lot of the endgame guilds, and they give different advice than me on certain topics, and I just always like to make sure that, they didn't tell somebody, okay, we want power tanks in the guild, and then I'm telling this person, well, recovery tanks are the way to go. But if their guild makeup, if their groups that they run in their guild need power tanks, then building a recovery tank is not a good thing to do. So that's why I was asking, and I know which most of the guilds like in their guilds, the big ones. So that's why I was asking if they were gilded and if they had what guild it was. I didn't even recruit you guys. You just showed up.
over here.
It was a
There's
chain.
a sick person right here. We'll do it together, because then we'll get double stacks. Another one in here.
Come on. I'm gonna find it.
This is what me and Glove
What are
did
you
as
guys
well.
doing?
Lonelywood.
Oh,
Giving them the herbs.
that's so fun. Oh, did
Give
I
me some
already?
herbs.
Oh yeah, I already did my heroic, I guess. Sweet. I didn't think I did it on my DC. Here, Rouge won.
With you though.
Just throws him under the bus.
I don't want to do it with you.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you not have the weekly? Do you have to unlock it or something?
The Yeah, it's
No, it's
probably
this
your
refugees.
last
I
mission. It's
don't
part of
have
his
that one.
intro. Oh, well then you... Because if you finish the intro, you get... In Lonelywood? No, the weekly's the shrine.
Yeah. Doesn't have it.
Yeah. Yeah. You...
Yeah, you should. It should be this guy. Mhm. Okay. Well, wait. Do you have cold run?
Well, you managed to make the person leave the stream when you started going on about the recruiting stuff. No worries. Um, 0 now. 0. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you don't have to go help me with the shrine if you don't want to, but I'm gonna go do it.
Yeah, this is now the end of this broadcast day.